Hey everybody, it's Derek from North Watchers here, bringing you our latest war recap. And we did get a nice little random matchup here up against a Japanese clan that did bring a lot of 3-star attacks. We did have three, they did have three Town Hall 11s. I just want to highlight kind of the percentages we did get on those because it's tough to go up against when you're up hitting like that. So good job to our Town Hall 10s to at least pick up a star there. Um, We'll scroll through everything they did to our bases, getting 2 stars on our 10s, cleaning up most of our Town Hall 9s. So, congratulations to those folks. They certainly brought good attacks. Just we're a little shy of getting it done there. These guys had some very interesting bases with just a lot of anti three bases, but a lot of forum bases. So I think they're kind of in that mindset of trying to build an anti three base. Either way, let's jump into some of our good attacks. We're going to take a look at Dylan coming in on their number 6. And he's just going to do a Go Vaho, gets these golems down, wants to get those wizards creating that funnel. Everything just kind of moving along. Going to back it up with that queen. Send that test wall breaker, follow it up with a few more. Going to open up everything into those compartments and everything's going to start rerouting. Unfortunately, um, I love this jump spell. It connected just the one compartment he wanted everything to go into, and that was just excellently placed. Really, really improved the attack here. Fortunately, that queen does kind of walk on him, which is a little bit annoying maybe, but the Lava Hound in the CC kind of she got some value for having to go out that way. Then he just starts trickling in some hogs around the sides there. Gets that heal down for the Valks. Second jump spell as well. Open up everything. Pop that king ability nice and early to go ahead and start crushing that queen. And then just surgically targeting the defenses on the outside. Letting everything funnel into the middle. It's doing a great job of reinforcing that main group while it's tanking for his hogs there. Does have that last heal spell. Puts it down in that location just to cover those last few defenses, keep everything going nice and strong, and they'll clear out the last archer tower there and then just run around the ring. Does have two wizards down at the bottom. The king cleared out some buildings in the middle. Everything spread out nice and well, and it gets us an easy 3-star. And Dylan, if I believe you had uh, a 6-star war, so congratulations to that as well. Swagging the poison at the end there. So keep up the good work. We'll watch that finish up and go check out another one. We had a lot of redheads come out in this one. So we're gonna take a look now at Fatty doing another Go Vaho on their number 7. He's just gonna come in, wants to get these wall breakers down, or wow, these golems down. Gets a few whiz down just to create that nice funnel. Really smartly going heavy on one side, where those buildings are touching just to break that from the Valks because they would run around to all those touching buildings. As those wall breakers down, everything's moving on in. As soon as those buildings start breaking that pathing, gets that king down, and then we'll back everything up with those Valks. Gets an excellently placed jump spell to allow him access to a double giant bomb threat, the queen, the king, just have everything moving. So he goes ahead, they start running in there, taking out the queen. Fortunately, I feel little late there on the heal spell. I know he had, I think, kind of forgotten about it a little bit there, which kind of hurt him. Um, the Lava Hound does end up busting, which slows down that queen even further. But a couple of them are just beating on the Valks there. But the Valks will go ahead and take out the double giant bomb location. The king still has his ability. He'll pop that, just pop that other bomb. And then he just starts sending in hogs from that right side, protecting that queen. So as they just keep running around, targeting all those defenses, he has that final heal spell left for him, and just the last few defenses. This was a cleanup attack, so we did know where the Teslas were a little early on the heal, um, but that's okay. Gonna get everything working back up. Just run around here, keep popping defenses out. The cannon and Tesla are being tanked by that golem, so his hogs have no threat at this point, and they'll kind of come around and As soon as they start working on some cleanup, that queen will finally beat through that wall, lock onto those pups, and protect the hogs further. Doesn't really have a lot of. It only has that goblin on the far side there, so it will take a while as everything kind of runs around. But he just absolutely smashes his base. I know a couple things didn't go according to plan with that one, but it adjusted really well. So great job, Fatty. Next, we'll take a look at another one of my favorite attackers here. We have Adam coming in on their number 12. Always like watching his attacks. Great job here with a Golaloon. So he gets down his golem. Let's get these whiz just start creating that funnel. Very, very patient with it. Sends in that first test wall breaker. And then just backs it up. I don't think he wanted that test one to go there, but for how far north it went, so he adjusted really well to get that open up to give him access to that compartment. Backs that up with the second golem as well as the queen, and he gets that jump spell down to give him access to everything. Gets a nice rage that's covering, all the things of value there. His queen and the golems. Puts that poison down perfectly to just slow down that CC troops. Lets him lock onto the golems before sending in his king. Just stuff that usually, you're gonna do if you want to consistently 3-star. Pops that king ability to take out a couple defenses, pop some giant bombs, and then starts sending in the hounds. And just targeting all these loons, coming in with perfect pathing on the hounds there. Great haste spell to just get everything flying into those high value defenses. As they all start collapsing on that first air defense, he sends in that final hound on the second one with the rage. So his balloons are just going to start tearing up all these defenses right to the air defense. And right as that hound pops, the balloons are there to just destroy it. The pups start working on good cleanup, and then that many balloons will easily take out the rest of the base, especially with the extra time you are now given. Awesome job, Adam. Your attacks are always fun to watch, and this was no exception. Keep it up. Next, we'll drop. Okay. We're going to take a look at Broadway, coming in on their 14. And another person who's always fun to watch their attacks. Broadway is going to get those two golems down, get the wizards working at creating that funnel, gets his third one out of the CC, and then just starts sending test. Good job with the test wall baker. Good job being patient until that bomb popped. Exactly solid fundamentals right there. Opens that first compartment up, gets a nice king drop to get everything working in. Queen's down to help. Lava Hound in the CC there, so it's just going to slow down his queen just a little bit while things start working on these defenses. It does have that nice strong level 27 queen, so she'll get through that fairly quickly. The kill squad keeps moving through. The king's going to reroute, take out the defensive queen as well as start going at the defensive king. And then he's just starting to trickle hogs in. Puts a nice giant down to tank for those two defenses. And they start working around, gets a nice heal spell to keep everything working, just to get through the couple Teslas there. Awesome job with being able to be aware enough to get that poison down to take out the pups. That was one of the big things that I was really happy to see in this attack. Hogs keep triggering these bombs one by one under a heal, so no big threats to them. Still has the golem up tanking on a couple of these defenses. Excuse me. And the hog clearing out the last little bit of defenses. Wizards on the far side of the ring, hogs in the middle, queen still up, doing her thing, and just cleans up all this trash, swagging that poison, and getting us another 3-star. Good job, Broadway. Let's see, next we had a lot of really good attacks in this war, so I'm trying to show quite a few because they had some fairly good bases on a lot of these and anti-3 stuff. So we have McQueen on their 20. So he's going to do an HGH Just back up his giants with some clan castle giants, 3 healers on those, and just start working at creating that funnel. That many giants don't really have a threat with just that arch tower on them, and those healers working backs it up with his heroes and starts moving in from there. Is losing some giants to spring traps, but they're especially under rage. They're just gonna beat through everything so quickly. They're so strong. And they'll start moving and start beating through these walls and getting into um, more high value defensive targets. Great job with all his hogs here. Just continued to trickle in hogs just to force that giant pathing exactly where he wanted it. He's just going to kind of send in a one finger drop, getting everything wanting to work just around that outside part of that ring there. Had to use that heal early with the couple defenses beating on his hogs and that king. But that main group's just working its way through to all those, that far side there is 2 kind of columns that just keep walking up together. They'll meet up here at the end. Just keep taking out defenses. The king has done a lot of, done a lot of work. There's very few hogs left at this point. But they'll just run around. There's the giants tanking, healers on top of the giants, and just not enough damage to take care of that. And they're just going to start running around the ring. It does take a little bit. It doesn't have a lot of cleanup troops. The hogs are really the only ones doing anything quick here. The queen kind of just beats on a wall so she can get a few things. As they'll finish up, go ahead and take out that altar and the gold storage. That'll be that. Good job, queen. Always coming in with those HGHs. Glad I finally got to get one here on the channel. I'm not sure if I had. And then we got last one we'll take a look at. We have Bumblebee coming in on their number 24. Can do a nice little small queen walk here, getting just great value. Good job exploiting some weaknesses in this base to get those minions down and get a defense and start working on that funnel. He's just going to have his queen start walking down the right side of this base. Then she steps up, takes out a Tesla, going to take out an Archer Tower, and then she's really in the clear there, so was able to go pretty light even with just a level 16 queen. There's just the 3 healers because there wasn't going to be a lot of threats to her as she starts walking around. I think you wanted her to go to the right there. Unfortunately, she does end up going to the left, but that's okay. She'll start getting just a lot of defensive structures that way. So he puts down his 2 golems here, wizards backing everything up, just creating the funnel. You know, typical stuff you're just going to see in 3-star attacks. Goes ahead, gets that test wall breaker in, and then backs that up. Unfortunately, another Tesla happened to pop behind it, which almost caused trouble, but ended up not being a big deal. Gets the poison down and just soften up those weak things in the CC, or kill the weak things in the CC, soften up the dragon. The jump to just give him access to that defensive queen. Wants to get in there, punch her in the face, start taking out defenses with his king. Queen's still up doing work, you know, just taking out tons of point defense. She's taking out a huge section of this base already. And then here just starts sending in the Hawks, putting a few at each of those outside defenses and just letting them work in, protecting that kill squad. Does still have the dragon up, but has that second poison now, so not a big deal to it. Just gonna go ahead and get in there. That poison's still barely touching it, so it is gonna just keep ramping up that damage, and pretty quick here it will die. Just did a great job. Had a lot of kind of straggling defenses, and just as things were being tanked, just keep putting in a few hogs, at all those defenses there, and just got it done. Just absolutely great hog deployment, man. It's really, really good to watch. Has a rage that he didn't need, as well as a heal. And sometimes you smash a base, and then there's other times where you do this to it, which is a whole different level. So great job. And a giant in the bag as well. So great job to everybody at North Watchers for pulling off this close war here. We'll take a look. The percent, 91% destruction for us. They had a little bit more, but that's probably going to happen when you have Town Hall 11s coming down. Um, so good job to everybody again, and congrats to that Japanese clan. You guys certainly brought some good attacks. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.